This week's 5-day forecast is brought to you by RE/MAX Property Place in Altus. Looking to buy or sell? Call 580-482-3000 today and let our team guide you home. RE/MAX Property Place, your key to a new beginning.
Hello, Southwest Oklahoma. Meteorologist Corey Lea here to provide you this week's 5-day forecast brought to you by RE/MAX Property Place of Altus. We've reached that time of year in Oklahoma where not much changes day to day with the weather, and we're all patiently waiting for the coming days of fall and winter, even though we all know we could see similar temperatures in those months as well. It was a brutally hot weekend across the state, and we added plenty more names to the exclusive Century Club list, so let's take a look at how the weekend impacted that list. Before the weekend started, you'll recall I said only 9 of Oklahoma's mesonet sites had reached 100 degrees so far this year, indicated by the graphic at the top of your screen. After the weekend, we added 15 cities and towns to that list, and the ones that were already on that list added a few more days to their total. The eastern half of the state hasn't recorded a temperature above the century mark so far, but their heat indices surpassed 110 degrees, so it felt just as hot on both sides of the state over the weekend. I'm sure the sun will have no remorse and start adding more of those names to the list as we head towards the end of July and the beginning of August. The Climate Prediction Center is forecasting very little movement in the high-pressure ridge sitting over the middle of the country. That's why this week's leading story is the temperature outlook over the next 2 weeks. In fact, other than the West Coast and the northeastern states, the rest of the continental United States will be feeling the impacts from this heat dome with a likely chance of above-average temperatures and the bullseye affecting some part of Oklahoma over the next 2 weeks. The only good news that I could come up with is that we aren't looking as dry as previously forecasted, but I'm still going to take that with a grain of salt since forecasting 2 weeks out is like trying to find shade in Oklahoma in the middle of the day. Nearly impossible. With that in mind, let's look back at the 5-day forecast. Gusty south winds upwards of 30 miles per hour during the day will keep our temperatures above average for the rest of the week and make our heat index feel more like the mid-100s all the way up to 110 degrees. I won't say it again, but it is imperative you take care of yourself with any outdoor activities. Heat can be just as deadly as any other weather phenomenon that we are accustomed to in Oklahoma. There are some small chances of rain and storms the further northwest you are in the state, but don't get too excited because it will dry up quickly and just make it more humid than before. I hope everyone has a great week and try to stay cool as the other side of the pillow. Until next time, thanks Southwest Oklahoma for tuning into Hometown Network. Meteorologist Corey Lea with the Weather Family signing off.